okay? For anything that's not a necessity in life, let's stop going into debt over it, okay? It's just not worth it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Delana and you're watching Brwngirlluxe. Guys, today I have a little bit of a different video for you all. Today is going to be a little bit more of an educational video. We're talking about handbags, of course, something that I just truly love. And I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how to shop and prepare for buying your first luxury handbag. Guys, I wish I had watched more videos like this when I started my collection. I don't really know how crazy I was into YouTube at that point. I know I was watching it pretty often. Just not sure if I was watching like a ton of handbag reviews at that point. Probably just watching a bunch of like lifestyle type of channels. But I feel like there is room for us to learn a little bit more of, you know, the way and the best route to go when we're shopping for a luxury handbag. The reason for that is because these are just very expensive purchases. When you're shopping for something that's thousands of dollars, you want to do your research. Just like when you buy a car, you do your research. When you buy a new home, you do your research. When you buy new appliances, you do your research. So luxury is no different. You're going to still do your research because, again, there are handbags that cost more than some cars. Like, you know, you just have to keep that in mind. Like, think about it that way. Like, there are bags that are $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 out here. Like, it's crazy. So you need to do your research. So I took a little bit of some notes, some things that I thought about, some things that I thought that I wish I had known, you know, when I was shopping for my first handbag. Also, guys, I'm going to reveal to you all my first luxury handbag. So stay tuned if you want to see my first luxury handbag and all of that good stuff. So let's just talk about the first thing you want to do when you're trying to shop and prepare to buy your first luxury handbag. The first thing, guys, go ahead and assess your style and your lifestyle. The reason I say that is because, you know, if you're someone that's just more like on the go every day, you're a mom, you don't go out that much, a bag that works for you versus a bag that may work for someone that like spends most of their weekends partying, most of their weekends hanging out. The bags that are going to be for both of you guys are going to be just different, you know? So keep that thought process in the back of your head. Like, okay, I need to go ahead and grab a bag that's best fitting for me. Do not go out and buy a bag that is just like, oh, it's so cute. Oh my God, I love it. No, get a bag that works for your style and your lifestyle. If you are a sporty kind of girl, why are you going and buying a chain bag with gold hardware and it goes with nothing in your closet? Like, why would you do that, you know? So don't just go out and grab what you think is cute. Assess your lifestyle, your style, your personal style, and decide on a handbag from that point. Now, you guys all know I'm a very girly girl and I wear a ton of black. In my opinion, the best handbag for me as a first handbag, and let's just say from a budgeting standpoint, I didn't want to spend more than $1,500. I would say at this point, thinking about every bag I have in my collection, the better first handbag for me would have probably been either like my YSL camera bag, the Mini Lou camera bag, the Gucci camera bag that I have, the Mini. Those are like two of the bags I can think of offhand that would have been a good choice for me. Definitely in black and definitely with the gold hardware because that just fits my personal style, okay? So that is the bag that would have been probably a lot better for me as a first handbag versus the one I got, okay? So we're gonna come to that one in the end, but just keep that in the back of your mind of what would have been the best style for me. Guys, the second thing you do wanna go ahead and think about, okay, is what is your budget, okay? Because you may have a budget of $5,000 and you know, yep, I'm going to Chanel. But again, even when you go to Chanel and you're like, I got $5,000 to spend. But if a classic flap isn't just your style and doesn't go with what you wear or how you dress, you're not going to get a classic flap. You're going to maybe look at a backpack. Maybe you're going to look at a top handle bag. Maybe you're going to look at some minis. So it just really depends. So that's why you have to think about it. But determine your budget based on what you can afford, okay? Let's not go out and get in any debt. And guys, keep in mind, I still will be doing my how to afford luxury video without going into debt. That is definitely coming soon. But get something that you can purchase cash, or something that if you're buying it on credit, it's because, oh, you get a lot of points on your credit card and you're going to pay it back before the bill comes or right when the bill comes, so you avoid interest. We should not be paying interest on any luxury purchases, okay? These are luxuries. These are not things you need, okay? So if you're out here charging up every single card to get the newest handbag, the newest shoe, the newest, whatever, it's not really smart, guys, and I just don't suggest that. If it's something small, and like I said, you may be like, okay, well, I'll have the extra money in a week or two. You can pay it before, you're building any interest and you're good. But if it's something, you're not going to have the money for 6 months, do not go out and buy that bag, okay? That is just something I'm telling you as a woman in her 30s that cares about her credit at this point, because at one point I didn't. The good thing is before I got into luxury, okay? That was well before I got into luxury. So the stuff I was going out and buying wasn't nothing luxury, nothing crazy that was going to get me into a lot of trouble years later. So just someone that has a little more experience in life, that's a little bit older, I'm telling you, don't go into debt for any kind of luxuries. But again, follow-up video coming for that. But yeah, so determine your budget. So, when I was trying to figure out my budget for my first handbag, I knew I didn't want to spend more than $1,000. I had been saving up, okay? I had been saving for months, okay? I wasn't making the money I make now. Like, I was in a different position. Like, I had a lot more bills because of some of the decisions I made in my 20s, early 20s, and, early teen or late teens, I guess, like 18, 19. Some of those decisions I made had me caught up with more bills than I would have liked in my early 20s. So yeah, I didn't have a bunch of money to go out and, buy luxury or anything like that. But I knew that the most I wanted to spend was $1,000. At that time, there were a lot more handbag options to under $1,000. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. There were way more options. Nowadays, you have very minimal options under $1,000. So you want to be very strategic with how you are researching what you're looking for, all of that good stuff. You don't want to rush, okay? The third thing is doing research, okay? Guys, I cannot tell you enough people that watch one video and think they're sold on a bag. No. Go watch one other video, 2 other videos, 3 other videos if you have to. You want to make sure this is a good buy, okay? You do not want to walk into this bag and not be aware of everything that comes with it, the cons, the pros. You want to know everything because, again, this is a big investment for you. This is your first luxury handbag. You want to make sure you're taking the right amount of time to research, save your money, get everything together before you pull the trigger, okay? So that is just something you need to think about. Go to different fashion houses' websites. So go to Louis Vuitton, go to Gucci, go to Valentino, go to Balenciaga, any sites that interest you. If you're like a sporty girl, Balenciaga may be a great brand for you. If you're a girly girl like me, YSL may be a good brand for you. If you're someone that you just love the neutrals, the browns, you love canvas, Louis may be the best brand for you. But you need to research to figure that out. Also, if you live in a state that has all of those stores around, go check out some of those stores and go ahead and see what the items look like in person. The reason I say that, guys, is because you could be sold on something off of a video, but when you get there, you see it, you feel it, you touch it, you might not be as sold, okay? You may not be as interested in that bag anymore. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Now, I know some people, kind of like us here in Nashville, you don't have every single luxury store. So what I would suggest, if you're ever out of town, go ahead, reach out, make appointments, go to these stores. You do not have to buy anything. You can go into a luxury store and look around and not purchase. Like, I thought that for the longest, like, oh my God, I'm going to be embarrassed. I go in there and I'm not ready to purchase. No, their job is to help you, and they're making commissions and things like that. So their job is to help you figure out what's best for you. If it's not their store, I'm not sure they're going to directly say, well, no, Louis not for you, or no, Gucci's not for you. But they may say, oh, well, here's the bags in that price range. If you don't like any of those bags, okay, thank you for your time. I'll see you, at another point. Walk out of the store. That's it. You don't have to feel bad. I know that is something that I feel like people think like, oh my God, I went into the store and I didn't buy anything. Guys, no one's holding a gun to your head. You do not have to buy anything when you go into a luxury store, period. Like, there's just nothing else to add on to that. But again, if you're someone that just lives in a state that doesn't have the physical stores, which again, understandable, go ahead and watch a lot of YouTube videos, okay? Watch a lot of them, because I feel like that's going to be the best way for you to figure out, is this bag really right for me? The fourth thing I want you guys to keep in mind is that when you have made the decision to buy that bag, make sure you slept on it first, okay? So don't go out, you saw it, you loved it, you bought it. No, do your research, go check it out, sleep on it, and make sure, yeah, that's the bag I really want. Once you've determined this is the handbag that you really, really want, and you feel like this is worthy of being brought home with you, then you're going to make a whole big deal about it, okay? Because again, this is your first luxury purchase. So if you have to make an appointment to go buy it in that store, make that appointment. Get dressed up, okay? Make it a big deal, because it is, okay? It is. This is something you would have forever if you chose to, okay? So let's make it a big deal. We're going to get dressed up. When we get to the store, now this might not be an option with COVID, but we're going to say, hey, can I have wine? Can I have water? This is my first purchase. Also, always ask the SAs, are there any samples that you guys have? Also, tell them, this is my first luxury bag. I want it wrapped up beautifully. Like, I want to feel like, this is just a major moment in my life, because it is. It's a big investment for you, okay? It's a big investment, and you want to make sure that investment is everything you thought it would be, okay? So make a big deal about it. I will say that is one of the things I regret about purchasing my first luxury handbag online. The reason for that, okay, is because at the time, I kind of had this like weirdness about going into the store. I didn't want to feel pressured, and that's why I'm telling you guys, don't allow anyone to make you feel pressured. You can go into the store and look around and not purchase anything. It's okay. I know that that's just like something just in the back of our brains, like, well, I don't want to go up, I'm not buying. Trust me, I've been there. But do not let that stop you, because again, you're spending possibly thousands of dollars with a brand that, you want to make sure for that money, you like the item, you love it. You know what I mean? Like is not even an option. You love the item. So just keep that in the back of your heads, guys. Again, these are just some of the tips that I have for you all. Again, I wish I had got my first bag in store, but it's okay. I have tried to get as many bags as I can in store. But again, as someone that lives in the state where there's not like a ton of the stores around, that's not always an option. But again, it's okay. And any chance I get that I can get a bag in store, absolutely, I want to get it in store. Guys, so the second half of this video is me revealing my first luxury handbag and maybe like a little background on the bag. So as I showed you guys earlier, it's a Louis Vuitton handbag. This particular handbag is discontinued, okay? It is no longer available in Louis stores. I will let you know, when I got it, I ordered it online as mentioned. When it came online, it came in a box and it had a ribbon and everything, the box I showed you. Then my receipt and everything came in here. Now I don't think they do these big receipts now. I think all of the receipts are kind of small. So I had my little return voucher, a little thank you card from Louis Vuitton, and then here's the receipt. Now, I told you guys my budget was under $1,000 because again, this was my first handbag. I didn't have a ton of money, but I had really been saving up and I wanted to get something that, I would love. Guys, this bag was purchased on December 16th, 2016. The cost of this bag prior to tax was $805. After tax, it was $879.46. Now, I will tell you guys, I tried to buy this online at first. but for some reason, I think my bank was being weird or something like that. So I ended up having to order this bag with client services, okay? So I went online, tried to order it. I got a confirmation number, but then it came back something weird. So I just had to process it through the client service. I don't even remember what it was. I think it might have been something like, in my address, my bank had unit or apartment, and then I put in I didn't put anything, I just put the number. Something weird caused it to be off, so that's why I had to purchase it with them. It came in this dust bag, okay? Guys, it is the Louis Vuitton favorite handbag in the PM size. Guys, this is in the Damier bin. And when you open it up, it has that beautiful red interior. And on the inside, there is one pocket slot for you. Now, this bag, I haven't really looked at it recently. Now that I'm looking at it, I do feel like I should be using this a little more than I do. I definitely feel like there's opportunity for me to use it more than I do, but I kind of just forget about it. Also, this bag is very flat, guys, okay? It's very, very flat. So once you stuff it too much, it gets all bulky and just, it doesn't look as cute, okay? Like I said, as far as researching, I did some research, but I feel like I didn't research enough. Had I researched a little more, I may have determined, this isn't actually the right bag for me as a first handbag. But I think it's extremely cute. I would definitely not sell it because number one, it's discontinued. Number two, this is a bag. If I have a daughter one day, I would certainly give it to her. She's gonna be like, Mom, this is vintage. Yes, very vintage, okay? By then, extremely vintage. I would not give this up. Guys, this does come with a crossbody strap. I took it off because I haven't carried this that much, so I feel like this is just very like stiff, and you can kind of see that here. It's super stiff. But I just feel like this bag is just one of those bags that why would I sell this? Like, I don't really have a reason to. If times got hard and I needed the money, maybe. But other than that, I just find no reason to. Even though I don't carry it often or anything like that, I just don't see a reason to sell it. I do think this is another good bag for like vacation. You know, when you're staying like a resort or somewhere like that and all you have is your phone, your key, a room key, and like lippy for the night, it's great. I did keep all of the stickers on all the hardware, guys, and this gold looks immaculate, okay? There is no tarnishing whatsoever, which it shouldn't be because it ain't been worn enough for that. It has not been worn enough for that. Also, the front piece, I still have the plastic on there. I have taken it off before, but I've placed it back. I think I had like one little tiny scratch, very tiny. But other than that, there's like nothing, okay? There's nothing on this bag. It looks amazing. And like I said, again, it's a cute little night out type of bag. I definitely will carry it still. And I just feel like for the price I paid, under $1,000, you know, this is a canvas. So if I was out and it got like a little wet, I would be okay with that. I think it's a good bag. And like I said, I love that red interior. And in the inside, you know, it's a decent amount of room. Definitely can fit your phone, your mask, all of your essentials. But like I said, if you get too crazy, it's gonna be very bulky, okay? But as I mentioned earlier, this, now that I'm thinking back, was not the best luxury handbag for my first bag, okay? It wasn't the best option for me. Also, I'm just someone that likes so much black that I was like, when I finally did get it, I was like, well, wait, what am I really wearing with this? I mean, wear it with black, but like, I would have just been better suited with a black handbag, right? That's just how I felt. But again, you guys heard some of the options I would have went with if I was shopping for my first luxury handbag today in that type of price range. I did, like I said, I had saved up a little over $1,000. I stayed well under $1,000, so under $1,000. So I was happy about that. But I don't feel like this was the absolute best choice first handbag for me. However, you guys can avoid any mishaps, okay? You can avoid any mishaps by following the steps that I've shared today, okay? So follow the steps that I've shared. Take your time. If you watch me all the time and you have questions about a bag, or even if it's not a bag you've seen me show, doesn't mean I've never researched it or never looked at it. If you ever have questions, guys, about bags, leave me questions in the comments. Like I said, I love handbags. I'm very passionate about handbags. So, you know, You asking me a question is not going to annoy me. I will do my best to answer. If I don't know, I don't know. But at the same time, I love talking about handbags. Let's be honest. I love talking about it. So don't ever feel bad about like asking me or anything like that. Just being honest, because I love handbags. So I totally would answer any of your questions. Guys, I definitely want to keep moving forward on the educational part of luxury shopping. So there's going to be more videos. The next will probably be how to avoid going into debt buying luxury, because I just feel like I know people do that every single day and we need to stop that, okay? For anything that's not a necessity in life, let's stop going into debt over it, okay? It's just not worth it. And again, you may think because you're only 22, 23, oh, my credit doesn't matter. No, it matters. You want to do a better job of being financially responsible. Guys, I really do appreciate all of your support. Please do not forget to like, comment, share my video, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.